Welcome to another video by My Sales Job. We try to make learning simple and easy for salespeople of all levels. The subject of discussion today is the sales cycle, which includes every stage of the sales process. From the first meeting with a prospective customer to the last, when the order is finally secured. There are 5 distinct and clearly defined phases in this process, from prospecting to closing. It is crucial to remember that every step of the procedure is important and needs sufficient planning. The 5 stages also act as a checklist to assist with problem solving, and a salesperson's success in the closing stage is significantly influenced by their competence in the prospecting stage. The entire process of making a sales transaction involves repeating this sales cycle. For some people, it might happen right away or in a day or two. Untrained and underprepared salespeople may struggle for days, weeks, or even months, if they don't practice and develop on all 5 essential stages of the sales cycle. So, pay attention, evaluate your progress, and determine which step needs improvement. Ask your seniors and the sales manager for help and guidance without being embarrassed or shy. They have a responsibility to help and stand by you. The sales cycle refers to the process of selling a product or service, from the initial contact with a potential customer to closing the sale. Let's go into more details. These are the 5 stages. 1. Prospecting. This is the stage where a salesperson identifies potential customers and qualifies them as leads. This may involve research, cold calling, networking, or other methods to identify potential customers. 2. Qualifying. Once a lead has been identified, the salesperson will engage with the prospect to determine their needs and wants. This may involve asking questions, conducting surveys, or otherwise gathering information to understand the prospect's situation and pain points. 3. Presenting the solution. In this stage, the salesperson presents the product or service as a solution to the prospect's needs. The presentation may involve a demo, a proposal, or a customized solution designed to meet the prospect's specific needs. 4. Handling objections. At this point, the prospect may have objections or concerns about the product or service. The salesperson needs to address these objections and alleviate any concerns the prospect may have. 5. Closing the sale. Finally, if the prospect is satisfied with the proposed solution and any concerns have been addressed, the salesperson will close the sale by securing a commitment from the prospect to make a purchase. To differentiate these stages, a salesperson can assess their performance in each stage and identify areas where they may need improvement. For example, a salesperson may struggle with prospecting, in which case they may need to focus on developing better prospecting techniques. Alternatively, a salesperson may be effective at prospecting and needs assessment but struggle with closing the sale, in which case they may need to focus on improving their closing techniques. Regular performance analysis and training can help salespeople improve their skills in each stage of the sales cycle. Work with the sales managers and your superiors. Inform them of your goals, then allow them to watch you and offer suggestions on how to strengthen your flaws and restrictions. The best method to advance is this way. Here are some methods for carrying out the 5 phases of the sales cycle. It serves as a guide to evaluating your capabilities and weaknesses. The marketplace is incredibly competitive. When given the chance to encounter potential customers, do not miss the opportunity. We would recommend that you make the most of your time by honing these skills first, and being prepared to approach these potential clients with confidence. The sales cycle begins with 1. Prospecting. Identify your ideal customer profile and use that as a guide to determine which businesses or individuals to target. Use multiple methods such as networking, referrals, social media, online directories, and trade shows to identify and qualify potential leads. Always be on the lookout for new opportunities, even if you're busy with other sales activities. 2. Qualifying. Engage the prospect in a conversation to understand their situation, needs, and goals. Listen actively and ask open-ended questions to get as much information as possible. Use the information you gather to tailor your solution to the prospect's specific needs. 3. Presenting the solution. Present your solution in a clearly and concisely that highlights the value it provides to the prospect. Use visual aids such as slides, charts, or videos to help explain complex concepts or features. Be prepared to address any questions or concerns the prospect may have. And be willing to customize your solution as needed. 4. Handling objections. Acknowledge the prospect's concerns and objections, and seek to understand the underlying reasons behind them. Use empathetic listening and avoid becoming defensive or argumentative. Address the objections one by one, using relevant facts and data to refute them, and show how your solution addresses the prospect's concerns. 5. Closing the sale. Ask for the sale by using a closing technique that is appropriate for the situation, such as the assumptive close, the alternate choice close, or the urgency close. Be prepared to handle any final objections that may arise. Follow up with the prospect to confirm the sale and thank them for their business. Remember, successful selling requires a balance of persistence, preparation, and empathy. By mastering each stage of the sales cycle, you'll be better equipped to close more deals and grow your business. Here are some general do's and don'ts for salespeople to keep in mind during each stage of the sales cycle. The do's in prospecting. Research and identify potential customers who are likely to be interested in your product or service. Use various channels to initiate contacts, such as email, phone, social media, or networking events. Be respectful and professional in your approach, and take the time to personalize your outreach. The don'ts in prospecting. Spam potential customers with generic messages. Assume that everyone you reach out to will be interested in your product or service. Be pushy or aggressive in your approach. The do's in qualifying. Ask open-ended questions to understand the customer's needs and challenges. Determine the decision-making process within the customer's organization. Evaluate whether the customer is a good fit for your product or service, and whether they have the budget and authority to make a purchase. The don'ts in qualifying. Assume that every potential customer is a good fit for your product or service. Make assumptions about the customer's needs or challenges without first asking questions. Pressure the customer to make a decision before they are ready. The do's in presenting. Focus on the customer's needs and how your product or service can solve their problem or meet their needs. Use data and case studies to back up your claims. Tailor your presentation to the customer's specific situation and interests. The don'ts in presenting. Overwhelm the customer with too much information. Use jargon or technical terms that the customer may not understand. Be overly aggressive or pushy in your presentation. The do's in handling objections. Listen carefully to the customer's concerns and address them one by one. Provide solutions or alternatives that address the customer's concerns. Use social proof, such as testimonials or case studies, to build credibility and trust. The don'ts in handling objections. Brush off the customer's concerns or objections. Argue with the customer or try to force them to change their mind. Make promises that you cannot keep. The do's in closing. Ask for the sale directly and clearly. Address any remaining concerns or objections the customer may have. Make it easy for the customer to complete the purchase, such as by offering financing options or a clear path to checkout. The don'ts in closing. Avoid asking for the sale or assuming that the customer will make the purchase on their own. Be overly aggressive or pushy in your closing approach. Make false promises or commitments that you cannot keep. Ladies and gentlemen, you just received a good understanding of the sales cycle, and how it is a repetitive process in sales. This is just the start. When you set aside time to acquire these skills, you will make significant progress in your sales career. This is the end of this video. If you like this video, press share, like, and subscribe. If you feel this video can assist your career, you can help this channel to grow by buying us coffee. Wishing you a wonderful sales career and happy selling.